Hey everyone, and welcome back to Topical Rainforest, Probably OK's premier podcast, where we generate 3 random topics, we pick one,
Yes.
and we talk about it.
Yeah, we do.
Mike has 2 kids and is he's kind of hard to get to do podcasts because he's so busy. When I say busy, I mean that he's just too busy playing Super Monkey Ball on his GameCube. So instead of Mike this month, this year, it's been so long since we've done one of these, I've got Scott McElroy.
Hey, nice to see you.
Wait, yeah, it's just a podcast, but
Nice to talk at you.
Yeah, Scott is he's been in a couple of videos for Probably OK.
Yeah.
Not many, but good friend, longtime friend. I knew him when he was 10,
47th degree Mason.
12, 47 degree Mason.
Yeah.
I'm a 48th degree.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
sorry.
you know more stuff than I do.
I know.
And you can't tell me any of it.
I can say this: it's not just Egypt; it's also Asia.
I knew it.
So you don't just get the cool Egyptian monsters; you
Yeah.
also get the cool Asian monsters.
The best. I love it.
It's pretty awesome. We're recording on Scott's deck, and we're doing that because in his room he has his PC running, and the fan's really loud because he's playing the new Viking game.
It's the newest Viking game.
Yeah, the new Viking game.
I'm not going to give you any more details than that. You have to figure out which Viking game.
How this podcast works, Scott, is I randomly generate 3 topics, and then we have to pick one to talk about.
Okay.
Generally, there's 3 people on the podcast, so you get a vote to kind of, it can go 3 ways. Hopefully, we'll agree.
We can come to a unanimous
When we generate the
consent.
3, we'll have to have a civil discourse deciding which one is the best
Sure.
one. All right, so let's generate the random 3 topics. Let's enter the Topical Rainforest.
Enter the tropical rainforest.
Put on your pith hats.
Put on your pith hats.
And get your katanas
I think
to cut the grass.
that's
is
what
that?
they use.
Zelda
If
swords.
they're not, they should, because that's the most efficient. Everybody knows that the curve of...
Watch out for the python. All right, we're going to generate the first topic. Are you ready, Scott?
Yeah.
The first topic is growth.
Okay.
Growing things.
Yeah.
Moments of growth. This could be many different things.
Metaphorical or
physical.
or arboreal.
All right, so that's the first one. Ready for the second one? Let's pull the lever.
Yes.
Causation. Causation, which is, do things cause other things or do they don't?
Do they don't?
Do they don't?
Do
All right,
they don't?
So we got growth. We have causation. Causality, we could say.
Do it
even.
don't?
And let's generate the third one. Social media.
Great.
So we got growth.
Uh-huh.
We've got sparrows being really loud over there.
Well, we have
Growth, causality, and social media.
and social media and sparrows, which you're going to enjoy for the rest of the evening.
They're jungle sparrows.
Because there's a lot of them out
There's
there.
jungle
I forgot to mention
sparrows.
that to you. They're jungle sparrows.
They're green and red. Which one do you want? Do you want growth, causality, or social media? I mean, it's kind of ironic because we're on social media right now.
Right.
YouTube.
Yes, we are. And everybody's
And
talking
the
about
algorithm
social
is
media.
completely against us.
Completely. Everybody's
one's
talking
listening
about
to us.
social media.
Yeah. Let's
What
not
is-
do that.
What is there to say about causation?
Social media
Many
sucks.
things. What about
Many
growth?
things. Growth. I mean, could talk about like. I mean, I like causality because it's like the most abstract concept we've had on the podcast.
Okay,
In a way.
cool. Why not?
Causality.
Let's just go for it.
All right, we're doing causality.
Causality,
See,
ladies
that
and
wasn't
gentlemen.
too hard.
No fisticuffs.
Yeah, no fighting. Okay, causality. So we just got to talk about it then.
Yeah, we do.
I
could tell
mean,
you.
I'm thinking of like the Matrix, the White Rabbit,
Sure.
Neo,
Yeah.
Morpheus, Trinity, Agent Smith, the Geovingian. I don't remember. I don't like those other ones as much.
You want to talk about causality? That brings to mind to me is the thought experiment of sitting down and thinking through your lineage, right?
Yeah.
So your parents, you exist, well, because of your parents,
Mm-hmm.
or at least you wouldn't exist without them.
Yeah, they
and
caused
they caused you to exist, and then you think about the lifetime of experiences and struggles that your parents have, unique struggles,
Yeah.
and experiences and relationships, laughter and weeping or whatever humans do, and
live, laugh, love, as they say.
right, and you do
Live, laugh, love, hate.
live, laugh,
Hate, rage, kill.
I hate loving to live
destroy,
and laugh. What are we
dox.
talking? Yeah, dox them, cancel.
Cancel.
Get rid of them all. But anyway, you do the math on that because you can just keep going like a fractal. You can just keep thinking about the 60 to 80 years worth. You can buy times 2 each generation, times 4 each generation actually, and the amount of labor and love and like
the butterfly effect,
courage, and that's interesting too.
Butterfly
if one thing
flaps
had
its
changed
wings
along the
in
way,
China.
what would have happened? But just to condense all that, to think about just the tremendous amount of toil and struggle and passion it took for you
to be sitting in your room playing video games.
To be sitting in your room playing video games. Yeah. Well,
But let's say this. I'm sure our great-grandparents had the equivalent of sitting in their room playing video games.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It was probably reading Dick Tracy comics with gaslight. And the mom is like, we have to save the gaslight.
Everybody is tempted to feed the instant gratification monkey that lives in your brain and likes to hijack your control center a lot of the time.
Everyone has...
Every generation has things.
Well, and every generation has,
monkey.
leisure stuff that they do.
Yeah.
And it is funny to think about, like, how it used to be books were considered, it was sinful to read too much novels. And now it's so weird because we have so much other, like, entertainment that's more addictive. Now reading a novel is considered, like...
erudite.
It's considered moral.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, oh, I love to read.
Right.
And that makes
person.
me better than you.
Yeah.
But then I'm reading, and I'm reading a book where, like, a cowboy is chasing a wizard across the desert. And it's like, how edifying is this really?
I did that once.
Were you the cowboy?
I was a cowboy chasing a wizard across the desert. It's a metaphor that I use for my crystal methamphetamine addiction.
You heard it here first, folks. Scott McElroy is addicted to meth.
I was.
Oh, you were?
Past tense.
Past tense. Okay.
Yeah, super addicted.
Wow.
And I've never done crystal meth in my life.
It was because he watched Breaking Bad, and he was just like, I got to get me some of that.
I watched that, and the big takeaway for me was, this looks cool AF.
Yeah.
And I want to do all of this.
The bodies, people's bodies, like, wearing away. And
I loved that. Probably the turning point for me where I was really committed to the whole meth lifestyle. Mm-hmm. And it is a lifestyle, by the way.
Yeah, you know
what I mean? And I don't think that we should be engaging in shaming.
Yeah, no, we don't want to shame.
Of the lifestyle, because it is a lifestyle. And if it's brings you, and it did bring me fulfillment, a tremendous amount of fulfillment. Just an astounding amount of fulfillment.
Yeah.
Like exponential level.
Legalize meth, guys. Legalize meth.
Well, way beyond. And that lasted for about a week, and then my teeth fell out and my relationships just disintegrated.
Wow, your teeth look really good.
I know.
Your fake teeth?
Yeah, I went to
Did he save them all, and the doctors grafted them back?
They just stole another guy's.
Wow.
Yeah, donor. He was a tooth donor.
Well, I've heard that Tooth Fairy does that she sells the teeth to doctors.
She's in charge of the bureaucratic machine that's in charge of the redistribution of teeth upon death. I don't know if you knew about this government program.
I read a great story where Death wanted to kill Santa Claus.
Yeah.
But Santa Claus was an idea, so the way he killed him was by collecting teeth, children's teeth.
Oh.
Because in mythology, when you have someone's teeth, you can control them.
Really?
So if he collected enough of their teeth, he could make them all think Santa's not real, and then they would all die.
Well,
it wasn't Death. Death was trying to save Santa. Death's daughter was trying to save Santa. It was these beings from another dimension who hate imagination. They were the ones trying to kill him.
To kill the idea of Santa.
The idea.
Because
his name was Hogfather. It's in an alternate universe.
That was my nickname in high school.
Yeah. All right, so I guess it's my turn to talk about causation.
Yeah.
Terry Pratchett's Hogfather, good book. Discworld book. Okay, so when I was a kid, I was super superstitious, and I don't know why, because I was and still am a fairly devout Christian, and I didn't believe in that stuff.
Yeah.
But I had this weird idea. Well, first of all, I thought that people were going to break into our house at night and stab me specifically in the head, in the top of the head, because my bunk bed had slats behind it. And I thought someone would walk into my room and stab me in the head. So I would sleep with my head against the wall, but I was worried they would still somehow get behind the wall and do it.
Well, that's very, very strategic up
there. Yeah. It's a real problem,
head stabbing.
Child head stabbers.
Child head stabbers.
Yeah, it's a real problem.
That also, coincidentally, is a punk band I used to listen to.
It's weird because I don't know where I got that idea, because I didn't see it in media or anything.
Yeah.
There aren't really any stories about child head stabbers.
No.
But I was convinced it was going to happen. But I thought that because I always had books on my floor, because I was just a messy child. I still am. I still have books on my floor. That I thought if I lined them up certain ways, they would make lines, infinite lines in both directions, left, right, up, down, that would block me from the killers coming to get me. But I had to make sure they were lined up properly, because if I lined them the wrong way, then the killer would be on my side, and then he'd be able to get in. But if I lined it up the right way, he'd be on the other side of the wall and he wouldn't be able to get past it. And I don't know where I got this idea, because like I said, I was raised a good Christian kid. Yeah. I wasn't taught any weird. It's a very weird mythological idea. But that was like the causation. It's like if I line up this book right, I know it's a stretch to get into causation, but line up this book right, it will cause me to be safe. Even though I also believed God was protecting me. So I have no idea. It was a weird part of my life. And I was doing this like from age 10 to like age 13, 14. Like it wasn't like I was doing this when I was very young.
Right.
It is weird.
Interesting.
I don't do it anymore.
I also used to be pretty timid about people breaking into my home.
Yeah. I think that's just a fear kids have.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't find myself fearing that really anymore at all. But when I was a kid, yeah, very much so.
Now, here's a question. Let's get it back to Santa Claus. Because July's coming up pretty soon here, Christmas in July.
More like Santa Cause, because we're talking about causation.
Causation, yeah. Santa Cause, yeah. That would be a really stupid Netflix series. Santa Cause. He's Santa's second brother. And he causes things.
It's all he does.
Played by Paul Giamatti.
It has to be Paul Giamatti.
Santa, I'm sorry, Santa, but we got to look at the numbers. He's like...
What a killjoy that
but
Santa
the ending is like the killer, he's like got the killer at like bazooka point, and the killer's like, why? And Paul Giamatti is like, just cause. Boom! And he blows him away.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. We're announcing the crowdfunding of this film project
Santa Cause.
Now. Santa Cause. And the inevitable sequel, Santa Cause 2. I was going to try to come up with something more creative.
Santa causes... sequel for Santa Cause. Santa Cause. It's Santa Cause's cousin.
Santa Cause's cousin.
Who's this annoying, like, Greek woman. The woman from...
that's racist.
No, the woman from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh,
she shows up. Yeah, she's like,
Yeah. Can the aunt be in there, too? Because her
I think she's dead.
Aunt.
I think that actress is dead.
Well, clone her.
3D, like they did the 3D Tarkin in Rogue One.
Yeah.
You know, Rogue One was the best Star Wars movie. Because it had an AT-AT in it.
Because it had an AT-AT
and
in it.
Tarkin,
you know
and the Death Star,
Sean?
And Darth Vader. That made it the best one.
I want to tell you something, Sean. The beautiful thing about this topic is that it is inevitable and unavoidable to talk about causes and causation. Yeah. You use the word in almost every sentence. When you're telling a story.
Yeah.
You know? I was going to comment on it earlier. You said, well, when I was younger, I was afraid of this because of this. Everything has, are you ready for this?
Yeah.
A cause. Everything. I don't know if you knew that. You, me, somebody made the table, the camera.
Yeah.
And why?
Well, it's a recorder. It's not a camera. It's an audio recorder.
It's an audio recorder, and I am still high on crystal meth, so I didn't know. I didn't know what was going on there. Anyway, my point is...
edit that meth part out later. We don't want anyone to know Scott was addicted to crystal meth. So just note for me, edit it out later.
Note for him. Get that out of there. Everything's got a cause. I think that...
Oh, I know what I was saying.
We could both agree.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I know what I was doing earlier. Wait, finish your thing.
That's it.
Okay.
Everything's got a cause.
I was afraid of people stabbing me in the head.
Yeah.
Because I think, well, here's maybe what the cause was.
The cause.
My parents taught me that there were 3 supernatural beings that would come into my house at night.
Why did your parents teach you that?
St. Nicholas, Santa Claus.
That's right.
The Easter Bunny.
Oh,
which is horrifying. Think about it.
I don't want.
I actually have
Frank
a vivid
from
memory
Donnie Darko.
of walking into a room and seeing the Easter Bunny in a bedroom, putting that, like, hiding the eggs, and then I ran out.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a real memory.
Probably
I think
not.
That was my imagination.
Yes.
Me imagining what it would be like.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird. I also remember seeing the Tickle Monster. It was like a giant version of Cookie Monster. And He was chasing me. It was my dad, but I saw him as a giant Muppet, which is weird.
Yeah.
Sure.
We've all had those days.
No. Yeah, and then the Tooth Fairy. So you've got Tooth Fairy, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny.
Right.
The Trinity of Evil. And they come into your house at night. And, like, my parents didn't tell me they let them in. So I kind of knew as a kid, there are these beings that just can get in. My mom and dad can lock the door, but they can get in. And then maybe I started thinking, who else could get in?
Right.
Maybe child head stabbers.
Yeah, the child head stabbers.
Yeah.
We were all so
Raptors from Jurassic Park. Yeah. My dad showed me Jurassic Park.
When you were 2.
When I was 7, I think.
And he's wearing the shirt
right now. I am wearing
He's wearing a Jurassic Park shirt right now.
Yeah. Were you scared of Jurassic Park?
No.
Did you watch it as a kid?
Yeah. Didn't alarm
I was
me.
Scared of, like, the hand. They found the arm.
Yeah.
Dismembered arm. And also, like, Newman getting gunk on his face. Like, that freaked me out.
You know what? I think I'd agree with that. The gunk on the face was probably the grossest part for me when I was a kid. But that kind of thing never really alarmed me. Movies, no, I don't know.
It scared me because it was supposed to be funny, and also he was dying violently. Mm-hmm. And I got that it was supposed to be kind of funny. And that contrast of humor and horrible violent death
comedy
really freaked me out as a young child. I was purer then, and I was like, ugh.
That's the purity of childhood. Yes, I was once a child as well.
Really? You were a child too?
Yep. Bombshell, breaking news there. I too enjoyed
CNN reporting now we have found new evidence that Donald Trump was once a child.
He was a child. Is he still?
And he once said, "You're a poopy head" to someone.
Is he still a child? Watch Brian Stelter tonight to find out.
All right, well, we talked about causation.
Yeah, we did.
These podcasts generally run 30 minutes, but it's only 19 minutes.
19 minutes long.
I mean, we could talk about something else. Do you have anything to plug? You know, that's the part of the podcast where you plug something.
Sure, man. I could plug a whole bunch of stuff. What are you
working on right now?
What am I working on right now?
Yeah.
That I want to plug?
Do you got like a bathtub that you have to plug so it'll fill with water?
Oh, like that kind of plug.
Well, sure. No. Is that like a thing you're doing for charity or something?
Oh,
do you have like
I've
any movies or any like books
that I'm reading?
You wrote? I don't know. Yeah, what are you reading? Let's do that. Reading Corner.
Sure, Reading
Welcome
Corner.
to Topical Rainforest's first official Reading Corner.
What the heck are you reading?
We got to come up with a tropical jungle version of it. Reading Safari.
Yeah.
It's the Reading Safari.
It's the Reading Safari.
Let's get into the Reading Safari. Okay.
That was my attempt at an elephant noise.
What are you reading right now?
What am I reading right now? I've read a couple things recently. I read the Wing Feather quadrilogy.
That sounds really dorky.
It is kind of dorky, but it's good. It's a young adult novel series by Andrew.
Hey, Scott. Are you a young adult?
I've been one.
Oh, I see. So it's okay.
Andrew Peterson is the author. He's also a musician. He's a Christian man. Very good series.
Yeah,
Very
technically
good.
young adult would mean 18.
Yeah.
It's weird that we use that to refer to like teenagers, but in reality it is.
Right. So
technically it would be 18 and up.
That's pretty
good. So 18 to 30.
I finished that. I actually really like that series a lot. That's a great series. And that's about some kids in
It's about some
kids. It's a young adult novel. It's, you know what I mean?
All right, Scott. All right, Sean. Pitch us your young adult novel. It's about some kids.
Yeah. Well,
is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just about some kids. They do stuff.
Well, they
go on
struggle,
adventures.
you know what
they
I mean?
struggle.
They got
it's about kids.
they're
Kids like reading about
overcoming-
kids.
It's about kids that overcome gargantuan odds and quickly find themselves important pieces in a very large narrative that they could never have predicted themselves being part of. And
guess who the bad guys are?
adults.
The authority figures.
Yeah. Well, no. Yes, they are. Actually,
the people who run
are.
everything,
Yeah.
they're actually the bad guys.
I'm also reading A Gentleman in Moscow, post-Bolshevik revolution in Russia.
Watch your language.
Is I was going to make a joke there. He's confined to a hotel.
Yeah.
A Bolshevik takeover. He's deemed, like an intellectual threat, but they don't throw him in prison. They just kind of house arrest him at this hotel that he frequently stayed at. Was pretty much a resident at anyway. And so it's the story of him in this hotel. That's also very good.
So it's like The Terminal, but
yeah,
a little different.
Sure, it's like a bottle episode in a book, sort of. So those are good. And what else am I reading? Stephen Lawhead is a great author. I'm reading his Robin Hood series right now. So I'm currently in the book Scarlet, which is the second in the series. It's pretty good. It's
Is it
very
about
imaginative.
William Scarlet?
It is about Will Scarlet, and it is an imaginative reimagining.
Or a.k.a. Jeff Langley.
Jeffrey K. Langley.
Is that his middle name, K?
No, it is not. What are you reading?
I'm trying to...
Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand.
Yeah, I'm reading that, and I am trying to get back into Stephen King's Dark Tower series, because I read it in high school, and I got to the part describing how it feels to get run over by a car, and it creeped me out so much I quit reading. It was so gross.
Well, don't knock it till you try.
Talking about blood spraying out of everything. Ugh, it really bothered me as a kid. But I think I'm ready. I think I can handle it now, and so I'm going back, and I'm reading the first one, and it's pretty good.
Well, I've never read a Stephen King novel in my life. Do you know that?
So what I tell everyone about Stephen King is, if he just wrote dramatic novels, he would be considered probably one of the greatest American novelists in America. But because he writes horror, he's kind of relegated to the it's that kind of stuff. Right. People still realize he's good. Right. But the way he deals with human relationships and human characters is so truthful and so raw, and the book Cujo is about a dog with rabies who's trying to kill two people in a car. Oh. But in reality, it's actually about the relationships of husbands and wives. And how hard it can be to be married, which neither of us know anything about, but I get the sense that it's truthful reading. I'm like, that's probably true.
Seems tough to me.
It feels truthful.
I know people who are married, and it does seem like work.
But about the beauty of it, and the goodness of it, but also the hardship of it, and the struggles, and about being parents and stuff. And so he's really good. Dark Tower is him fusing cowboy mythology with ancient. This goes back to me being being in the what's that group called that I'm in? The Freemasons, that I'm higher than you. Yeah,
48th degree.
So he's fusing cowboys with Eastern mythology, so they're like samurai. Okay. But then there's in an alternate universe from Earth that has some of our religion and some of our pop culture. They listen to the Beatles. They sing Beatles like it's folk songs.
Interesting.
It's later on in the series, characters from Earth
go to the
find their portals open and pull them through, kind of like Narnia.
Right.
So it's really interesting.
Or the Large Hadron Collider. Am I right?
Yeah. We're going to talk about that now.
No, we're not.
Yeah, so I've been reading all sorts of crazy stuff. It's pretty cool.
A lot of books I read. I didn't used to. Well, no, that's not. I used to read a lot. Yeah. And then I stopped reading a lot. Yeah. Well, that's not true. I was reading a lot, but I wasn't reading books. I stopped reading books. Yeah. A lot, like I used to when I was in grade school and high school. And
I was a huge book nerd, but it was before the internet was big.
Yes, exactly. And then the internet became a thing, and that distracted me for a while.
We had dial-up.
Over the last year, I've been really getting back into books, man. I missed it, and I like it. So, on that note, you guys should read a book.
That's our little segment called the Book Safari.
Book Safari.
Now we're leaving the lion's den of the Book Safari. Oh, watch out, it's an elephant. Watch out. Oh, watch out, it was farting everywhere. Oh, no. That was the sound of the farting.
You know, Scott? They use elephant poop as snowballs. I'm serious.
In Africa?
In Africa, in countries where elephants are prevalent, because elephant poop is extremely clean. Oh. Apparently. They don't there's not a lot of like growth. So they literally throw elephant poop at each
Yeah.
other as like snowballs because they don't got snow where the
By
elephants
the way,
are.
I think your cat is down there in the bushes.
Yeah, that
I think
doesn't
that's why the
surprise
birds
me.
are freaking out.
Well, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Anyway,
All right. Well, sorry for all you bird lovers out there. That Scott has a cat that goes outside and kills birds.
yeah, he does. He loves
I will
it.
dox him in the comments below.
His
and
name
you
is
can,
Zach.
And you can, I'll dox his cat.
His name is Zach. He's a black cat though, so
Zach Baggins. He also is a ghost hunter and
Yeah,
a
he
hobbit.
yeah, he is.
All right, cool. Well, thank you so much for coming to the Topical Rainforest, Scott.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me, Sean.
And we've only made a couple of these, but hopefully we can have you come back on like our 5th episode.
Do another episode
That'd
of
be
the
great.
Topical Rainforest.
I like this format. I like shooting outside. It's nice.
It's nice. It is nice.
All right, cool.
Great. Bye.
Bye.